Alright guys, staying on topic with the Kamigawa plane, we got a new deck that's actually pretty spicy as well. So this is Petals of Insight combo. This is a deck that existed for a while. I think I just made some like good fine-tuning optimizations, like running 7 bounce lands. And for some reason I hadn't seen Muddle the Mixture in lists. So this card is amazing, but what the combo does is there's an awesome arcane spell called Psychic Puppetry, which lets you tap or untap a permanent, and it has splice onto Arcane. So every time you cast an Arcane spell, you can basically pay blue to untap a permanent. And that's why we're running bounce lands, so already you can see what's happening. With a Simic Growth Chamber, you pay blue, and then you get 2 mana. So let's say you cast Reach Through Mists, splice onto Arcane, it's a free spell. You combo that with things that have lands tap for more mana. So Market Festival makes your land tap for 2 additional mana. Dawn's Reflection is the same thing. 2 additional mana in any color. And then we run 4 Fertile Ground as well. Basically, you just put all of these enchantments on one of your lands, ideally a bounce land. And you can get it tapping for like 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. And then every spell you cast with every arcane you cast, you can splice an arcane on and untap a land. So you're generating mana throughout this process. And that's kind of awesome. There are really good arcanes. Reach Through Mist, 1 mana, draw a card, turns into like Manamorphose, or like a Dark Ritual plus draw a card is good. Ideas Unbound is probably the best one. It's kind of an Ancestral Recall, 2 mana, draw 3. Discarding at the end of turn doesn't matter because you should win once you start going off. Peer Through Depths is amazing. Just look at the top 5 and grab any that you need. So that's great. The win condition is Dampen Thought. So this has splice onto Arcane, and you just put it on kind of all your spells, and you mill your opponent for 4 as you go along. And this deck can go infinite with Petals of Insight, because this card has the weird ability of you can choose to either draw or return it to hand. So basically what it is infinite arcane cast. So if you can get a land up to tapping for 7 mana, which it seems hard, but it's really not. You'll see in the games. You can go Petals of Insight and splice Psychic Puppetry. So that costs 6. And then you just choose to not draw, put it back to your hand, and then you generate 7 mana that way. So that gives you infinite mana, and you can use that, but generally what I go for is going up to 8 mana. So if you have a land that taps for 8, you can then start splicing Dampen Thought onto that combo as well and just mill them out. You can also go, if you have 7 lands, you can like splice Dampen Thought every other casting, because you get an extra 1 mana per cast. So it can go infinite, but it doesn't really matter. You can usually get it pretty easily. And basically the whole deck is built around that. All the good cards are 2 mana, so, well, Muddle the Mixture transmutes. Well, it protects your combo, but it also transmutes for basically anything you need. Like if you're short on mana, grab a Fertile Ground. Short on cards, grab Ideas Unbound. Short on mana, like, this deck is incredibly consistent. You'll see, like, yeah, it's pretty nice. So, moving to the side, and then a special note on why the mana is as it is. So Ash Barrens seems weird, but it's a shuffle effect for Brainstorm, which makes Brainstorm like really good in this deck. But you can also play Ash Barrens turn 1, and then a bounce land turn 2, float mana off the Ash Barrens, and then cycle it for whatever color land you need. So it's really good. And then Evolving Wilds, obviously, you just fetch turn 1. So the idea, like the ideal start is opening hand is land, bounce land, and then you untap, put a Fertile Ground on the bounce land, play a Market Festival, and then just go off. At that point, you can pretty much just win. So that's the main deck. The sideboard, we got 4 Dispel for fighting counter battles, 4 Gigadrowse. Probably you don't need all of this, but we'll see. 4 Gigadrowse, basically you play this at the end of your opponent's turn, tap down all their lands, so then you can just go off without worrying. And this spell has Replicate, so they would have to counter each individual copy. So basically, it no matter what, taps all their lands. And then Clear the Mind is there for if your opponent's playing mill. Because we only have 2 Dampen Thought, and if they mill those, like, there's no way we can win. So just a couple ways to make sure we can like go through a whole deck infinitely. Deep Analysis for the grindier matchups. And I'm trying Weather the Storm, mostly because it's a 2-drop that you can 2-drop with Muddle the Mixture. And we have a bunch of Storm combo. I'm kind of suspicious that Moment's Peace would be better, just because if we're generating Storm, then we would also just be able to win. So I don't know. Right now I'm trying Weather the Storm in these matches, but we'll do Moment's Peace. And the last issue with this deck is mostly it just takes forever to combo off on Magic Online. You have a lot of clicks to like go infinite. It's kind of like going infinite with Palinchron for anyone who's done that on Cube. It's hard to like finish in time, so it is challenging. It's doable. You'll see in the matches I do it, but I didn't want to play a full league of 5 rounds just because it's a lot. I'm just showcasing the deck, so we're just going to play 3 rounds, I think, and go from there. If you guys want to see a full league, let me know. If this deck ends up being like busted, because I haven't really played it. I've been goldfishing it, but I haven't played it against people. So if it ends up being really good, probably we'll jam it in a full league, but see you guys round 1. All right, we're playing against Endocron, and this hand's got mana. I think I cannot mulligan this much mana. It's missing a lot of important pieces, but hopefully Petals of Insight can help us get there. So we definitely want to start with Evolving Wilds and pass. Then we're going to Simic Growth Chamber and discard. We could have used Brainstorm with Evolving Wilds Shuffle, but I kind of need all the cards in my hand. Maybe I could have mulliganed, I don't know. This looks like Tortured Existence to me, but it could also be some other combo. Basically, Carrion Feeder usually is up to no good, so... Okay, another Growth Chamber. Do I want to Brainstorm? I don't think yet. We're just going to do this. Return it to our hand, and then discard another Simic Growth Chamber. Because I don't really have time to play that many tapped lands. Okay, so Perilous Mirror, Carrion Feeder, Beatdowns. I like it. I don't know if this is optimal, but it's kind of sweet. Okay, Peer Through Depths is kind of a good combo with Brainstorm. So I think I'm going to start out with Brainstorm and go from there. Okay, so I think this turn I'm just going to play Fertile Ground. And I kind of want a lot of these. Maybe not this forest, but we're going to go Island, Fertile Ground on that. The next turn, we kind of have everything we need. We have Psychic Puppetry plus some Arcane spells. We just have 6 their opponent's turn. You know, this is like a pretty quick clock. Like we're dying relatively quickly. We're down to 7. Okay. Basically, we have to go off either this turn or next turn. And I feel like it's just got to be next turn. There's really no way we can like generate mana here. So hopefully they can't deal 7. Oddly enough, another Perilous Mirror would be exactly lethal. Okay, fortunately this deck does not care about its graveyard at all. I think that's the main benefit of like, if you're playing a combo deck that does not care about the graveyard, that is a huge boost. We're down to 3 life. All right, deck, show us what you got. So tap this, add a bunch of blue. Yeah, play that there. And then we're gonna go Peer Through Depths with Psychic Puppetry spliced. Grabbing, I don't really need, wait, how much mana do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is actually lethal with Dampen Thought. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, God, this is the downside of the deck. So, I'll show you the loop. You go Petals of Insight, splicing Psychic Puppetry, untapping that. We have 7 mana right now. We're going to pay 4. Put them on the bottom, any order. And now we're going to have 8 mana. So I'm going to come back when this is done. So now we're splicing Dampen Thought just to show them that it's a combo. So now we pay this 5. And we can Dampen Thought like every other splice. And now we have 2 extra mana, so we just keep going and mill them out. Alright, the opponent finally conceded after... God, so here's why I'm not going to do too many rounds of this game. That right there took like 5 minutes. Like you can run it in time, but I just basically only play this deck in paper. It's actually really, really good, but it's just not... it's rough. Okay, we're bringing Weather the Storm, and we're going to cut... Probably Petals of Insight is the weakest card in the deck at 5 mana. We'll cut 1 Preordain maybe and run it that way. Ooh, so this is close. I think we can mulligan because we're on the draw, and bounce lands work very well on the draw. This one has to be a keep. We're going to keep this, and let's see. I like Muddle the Mixture. Reach Through Mist is pretty good too. I think I get rid of this. Until we start comboing off Reach Through Mist is pretty bad. And there are a lot of arcane spells that kind of do the same thing. Right now we're just kind of looking for a bounce land. Ash Barrens. Okay, let's play Evolving Wilds and grab a green. Commune. Okay, so this is definitely Tortured Existence. That's what I thought. Tortured Existence, Oromancer, Perilous Mirror. Yeah, all the stuff that's normal. So fetch green. They probably have some type of enchantment destruction, which is going to get challenging, to say the least. Dampen Thought. Don't like that. Yeah, we can just start putting Fertile Grounds on this island, I suppose. And I'll just pass turn. I kind of want to save Ash Barrens for like if we hit Brainstorm or something. And okay, there's the turn 3 Tortured Existence. There's the Puppetry. So we could just play Ash Barrens. That seems okay. Play Ash Barrens. Put Fertile Ground here. Tap this for blue, blue, blue. And transmute Muddle the Mixture for... Okay. Now we need to decide. Do we want to grab Ideas Unbound or just another Fertile Ground? Probably we just need more mana. So we're just going to get that and pass turn. This deck is like almost all card draw. So once we get like an engine going, we can kind of just go through our deck and generate a ton of mana that way. So I think finding mana first is the best strategy. Opponent is grave scrabbling up those Perilous Mirrors. Oh yeah, just get them both. It feels weird to me to run Unearth in a Tortured Existence deck, but maybe Tortured Existence is like a secondary plan. Reach Through Mists. Okay. Well, we're gonna Fertile Ground here. Then we're gonna Reach Through Mists. And you splice Psychic Puppetry on this. I'm not gonna Dampen Thought. And let's Preordain. Putting both these on the bottom for sure. Ideas Unbound. I see no need to really go for it because if we cast Ideas Unbound and whiff, then we're kind of just stuck. So I'm just gonna keep that in hand and wait until we can get more stuff going. Like maybe one other draw spell, Reach Through Mists or something. But like if we play Ideas Unbound, find nothing, our hand is gone. So I don't love that. We're gonna get an island just to get him out of our deck. Gives us more mana next turn as well. Oromancer. Okay. We can beat anemic Tortured Existence beatdowns for now. Alright, come on deck. Like Brainstorm, Simic Growth Chamber. I think I'd try for it here. They didn't do anything last turn. Like every turn we wait, the better it is for us. Yeah, we're gonna just return this forest. And go. If they hit us with discard, so be it. But I feel like if they had it, they would have done it last turn. So like, there's no real risk right now. Okay. Brown scale beatdowns. Come on deck. Brainstorm, Ideas Unbound. There we go. Okay, that's probably just lethal. Now we go for it. So we start with Ideas Unbound, or we start here. Add a ton of blue. Cast this and splice this. Untap that. Definitely untap that. Okay, I think this is just lethal now. We can put a Market Festival here. 2, 3. I can tap this for a bunch of mana. We can go Reach Through Mist, splicing this on that, and I guess Dampen Thought them. No, we want to go infinite first, so no splice Dampen Thought. Get just literally infinite mana. Reach Through Mist, splice this on that. Peer Through Depths. And we could also get like double Dampen Thought. I think at this point we have enough mana where we can kind of just go off. So I'll start paying for that. And we can just, how much mana is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's not quite infinite. So let's just go ahead and grab another Peer Through Depths. Get a bunch of blue. I just want to get a second copy of Dampen Thought. Cast this. Splice both of these. Target you. Brainstorm, Preordain. I kind of like Brainstorm. And let's just go ahead and Ideas Unbound first. That lets us know more of what we're working with. Cast, splice here, splice you. Definitely untap the land. Ooh, okay. Market Festival I think means we just go infinite. So Market Festival here. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we can do this. Petals of Insight, splice, target, splice there. Yes. Any order. So it's infinite again. And that's the match. Got it. See you guys next round. All right, we're playing against he can't. I don't even know. Going first. So this hand's actually good, and I'm gonna show you why. We can play Ash Barrens, and then float a mana and bounce it with Dimir Aqueduct to fetch up a green mana. That way we can Fertile Ground. This is kind of why we have this as our mana base. It seems weird, but Ash Barrens into Bounce Land is a pretty good combo. You just end up with whatever color of mana you would want. So here we go, float a mana, Dimir Aqueduct, return this, fetch up a green. Pass turn. Uh-oh. I don't like that. I was just about to say this deck cannot beat land destruction. And the only deck I know of that is black and plays Dusk Legion Zealot is land destruction. So we're just gonna pretend like it's not. Like, I literally don't think it's possible to win unless we just wait a ton of turns, but we just don't have enough lands in our deck to make this happen. So we're just gonna play as if they cannot kill our lands and hope for the best. Play Preordain. Don't really want either of those. We kind of have all the mana we need. We just need Psychic Puppetry to keep untapping our land. Please don't kill it. I will just scoop. Probably the match. Okay, I don't think our land is dying. Okay. So this seems like we're in business. Let's tap this for blue. Green, Market Festival on the Aqueduct. And Mono Black literally can't do anything about this if they're not playing like land destruction. Yep. We got a ninja. What's a 4-mana ninja? We discard a card, discard 2 cards. Yeesh. Kind of want to reach through Mist to see what we're discarding. Okay, Muddle the Mixture means we can go infinite, so let's discard the other reach through Mists. Right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna discard Island reach through Mists, and then how much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana right now. So Muddle the Mixture makes it 6. So we have 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think we discarded these 2. Oh, that's even easier. So we can Fertile Ground, and then this taps for 6 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so Fertile Ground here. Wait, no, stop. Fertile Ground this. Tap this for a bunch of mana. Transmute Muddle the Mixture, or Psychic Puppetry, and then hope that Psychic Puppetry plus double Peer Through Depths can go off. Ideas Unbound, yeah. Tap all of this. So now we're going to Ideas Unbound because we don't know what we need yet. Definitely untapping. Tap this for green. And then a bunch of blue. So we can go Market Festival on this. Yeah, I think we still have enough mana to go infinite. Now we go Peer Through Depths, Splicing, Puppetry on this. And I believe we have enough 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to Dampen Thought. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can go infinite. Okay. Dampen Thought on you. Splice everything we want. Grab Petals. And now we just go infinite. So we're going to do it a couple times and then hopefully they realize what's going on, right? That's 8 mana, so Petals of Insight, Splice Puppetry, untap. So we're not going to splice yet, but you can splice like every other time, I believe. So just yes, any order, yes. And we're just going to keep going. I'll come back when I win. All right, we won the match. See you guys next round. All right, we're here for the next round. This hand is not particularly great, so we're going to mulligan. This hand's awesome. Yeah, definitely keeping this. And I don't think we need this Evolving Wilds. Although I guess Evolving Wilds thins, so I'm going to put Island on the bottom. No, I'll put, yeah, Island on the bottom. That way we have more basic lands in our deck. Say done. And then we can go Evolving Wilds, fetch an Island, and then bounce it off Simic Growth Chamber, and then put Fertile Ground on the Growth Chamber. Yeah. Well, this will be a nice race against Goblins, probably. Or It's weird to see basic mountain into a Springleaf drum, but here we are. Oh, I wonder if this is the Goblins deck, the Goblin Storm deck. I hope it is, because that would be kind of sweet. Wow, we have Psychic Puppetry already? Okay. I'm feeling pretty good now. This looks like a turn 5 kill, or a turn 4 maybe. So we just gotta hope that our opponent isn't too fast. Yes, it is Goblin Storm. Now I get to know what it feels like to be on the other side. Cuddle the Rebirth. Yeesh. Okay. Peer through depths. So we're gonna save Reach Through Mists because I want to be able to use it with Psychic Puppetry. And we just gotta hope they don't kill us too fast. But I think this is a bad matchup because they can just attack. Like normally, if we had like even a 2/2, their attacks would not be amazing. But we don't have a 2/2, so yeah. All right, let's go Fertile Ground, Evolving Wilds, and I feel like next turn we just have to try and go off somehow. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can fetch up a green source with Evolving Wilds so we can Fertile Ground and get the extra mana from the untap. Goblin Warstrike only does 7, so we'd go to 1 life. Okay. So what's the game plan? We get a forest, then we play island, we Fertile Ground this, and then we Peer Through Depth Psychic Puppetry, or Reach Through Mist Psychic Puppetry. Alright, let's see how this goes. Starting off with forest. Island. We have 1, 2... This taps for 3. Yeah, so we Fertile Ground here, now it taps for 4. Tap this for a bunch of blue. I mean, they could not have it, but I feel like we're just actually dead, so we're going to Peer Through Depths, splicing Psychic Puppetry. Targeting that. Paying this. And we can grab probably Ideas Unbound. Rest in any order. Untap, yes. So now we had more blue. So we have 5. So after this we should have enough. Cast this, Splice Puppetry. Untap. So now we should have enough mana to go Dawn Reflection here. And still have Reach Through Mist Psychic Puppetry up. The thing I'm worried about is us actually getting there. We might not have enough card draw. Okay, I think we win now. Tap this, bunch of blue. So this is 6. So Dawn Reflection puts us down to 2. That's not enough. So we have to cast and splice. And tap that. I don't know, guys. I don't think we're going to get there. We just have a Preordain. Can Market Festival. I feel like I just want to get a basic land out of my deck. But also if we hit Brainstorm, I think the shuffle is better. So let's Preordain. Don't need this. Petals of Insight can get us infinite mana. It's better than nothing. So now we have to just cast a Psychic Puppetry to get up to 5. But this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to go up to 10. That seems good enough. Untap. Bunch of blue. Cast Petals. Splice this. Target that. So this is infinite mana. So we just got to do yes any order. And use this just to generate a ton of mana. Next time I'm going to play Dawn's Reflection so it's faster. Put that there. And we basically need to wait until the Petals hits like Petals of Insight plus something else good. But I'll come back when that happens. That's basically deterministic, so we're just going to take it. Yeah, so now we can go Muddle the Mixture, or we can cast Ideas Unbound. Or no. Transmute Muddle the Mixture. Or Dampen Thoughts. And then we can just start going off that way. Ideas Unbound, splice this on that, Dampen Thoughts on you. And that's infinite mill. Well, not infinite, but we're drawing 3 and then getting a bunch more, so. Alright, opponent's a fan, they like this, so we're recording it. We're going to untap, Simic Growth Chamber. Now we have We can Muddle the Mixture for another Dampen Thought, but I kind of want to Brainstorm first. I feel like opponent has Lightning Bolt and is just messing with me, but that makes me kind of want to hold Muddle the Mixture in hand. So I'm going to put these two back. Cast Peer Through Depths, getting a bunch of mana. Cast this, splice this, splice there. Another Dampened Thought lets us mill really quickly. Alright, that's probably just lethal. Got this for a ton. Cast Ideas Unbound. Splice this on them. This on them. This. Okay, now I think it's deterministic, so I'll just come back when I win. Alright, we're just finishing up on the final millings here. We could even just like Dampen Thought, Splice Dampen Thought, something like that. Definitely gonna untap this. Okay, so this is infinite now. Cast and Splice. Target them. Target them. Untap that. Just so we have Muddle the Mixture on their upkeep. Yes. Any order. Yes. So they have no cards in library and 2 cards in hand, and we pass. And we just discard down to Muddle the Mixture and have Counterspell up. Oh, and that happens before... I think we can still hold it. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Nope. I will have no cards in hand. Sure thing. There's no way they're holding Lightning Bolt that whole time, right? Hey, we did it! Alright, good game, HDN. Let's move to sideboarding. This is where things get a lot scarier. Because I don't even know if Weather the Storm is good enough because of how much damage they can do. But maybe just having one of lets us like buy a couple more turns before they just go infinite, because they can also just go really slow. But I also kind of want to just have max chance of comboing off. Let's see, Weather the Storm to gain like 9 life is kind of like a time walk, but if I'm already able to generate that much storm, yeah, this isn't the matchup for it, just because they have so much like over the top plays. Definitely got a mulligan, got a mulligan, got a mulligan. Alright, this hand's a keep. So we gotta put back, don't need Dampened Thought, don't really need Muddle the Mixture, but the rest is alright. This deck can actually win pretty well off a Mull to 4. And they mulligan to 6, okay. That's not really what I wanted to see, but it is a card. Let's get an island. I feel like I'm about to die to my own gobos. Yep. Okay, I mean, that's kind of all the components. We just gotta survive until that happens. All these decks I'm making really benefit from the London Mulligan. I hope their last card is a draw 3. Nope, just some combos. Okay. Well, we got a clock to fight. That's for sure. Let's go with Fertile Ground, Preordain. Honestly, not the worst setup. So, what do we got? Dawn's Reflection. Next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So we're just gonna Market Festival this Fertile Ground. And now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This will be 6, 7. So the thing is, I don't think I can survive that long. I think I'm dead next turn. 8, 9. Yeah, that's exactly a 2-turn clock. Yeah, these are the downsides of the Mull to 4. Brainstorm. I don't think I can find anything, but let's see what I can hit. Definitely putting those back. I think we're dead. Well, we'll make them do it. Fertile Ground here. And then pass. Let them kill us. Feels good. Feels good to die to this many goblins. Oh, man. Alright. So we kind of need to think up a sideboard for... Well, this deck is kind of fringe right now, but if it becomes less fringe, then I would probably bring in a sideboard. I still don't think it's worth putting Weather the Storm in the deck. I'd rather just go off. I'm gonna go first. So we have double Dawn Reflection. Yeah, okay. This hand's gonna be slow, but it has Muddle the Mixture to stop some goblins at least. This one is going to fetch blue, because I need double blue for Muddle if I want to cast it. But I probably will be transmuting it, honestly. Peer through depths. All right, we're gonna hold up like this and see what they do, because countering the turn 2 goblin play is like one of the best things you can do in this deck. So if they play one of the spells and not the creatures, then we're doing pretty good for ourselves, I think. Faithless Looting. I feel like I just let that one resolve. Oh, do they have Hydroblast? Or Red Elemental Blast, I mean? So I think I have to take Psychic Puppetry, but I really like Ideas Unbound. I think I'm gonna take, this is hard. I'll take Puppetry. That can like generate early mana for us. Yeah, let's play Evolving Wilds. This is gonna fetch green. Sure. I wonder what they're drawing towards. They discarded a Goblin Instigator. Okay, so cannot counter that one. But we can counter their card draw and their mana. Get a green. And I think I am going to Reach Through Mists. Okay, that's actually kind of nice, because now I can bounce this forest. Still hold up Muddle the Mixture. Although with how slow this is going, honestly, we might just be able to go off. Oh, that's getting countered. For sure. Take 2. Okay. Dawn's Reflection on the Growth Chamber. They'll land. And next turn we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can go Dawn's Reflection on the Growth Chamber into Peer Through Depths with Psychic Puppetry. Not bad. And then we just need to find an Ideas Unbound. Aqueduct, okay. Blue. So I think I just do this. And yeah, cast and splice. Ideas Unbound. Okay, we go for it. Tap for a bunch of blue. And actually we can generate more mana with this Aqueduct. Cast Ideas Unbound and splice both of them. Yes, I think we're gonna get there. We'll add a bunch of mana. Yep, Peer Through Depths. Pay the black. Ideas Unbound, pretty good. We just need to find a Dampen Thought now, which we can transmute for. But we also need a little bit more mana to go infinite, I think. That was a bad 3, my guys. So cast this, splice. Okay, so we have double petals, so now we can just use that to find the missing pieces. Yeah, we could just basically use this until we hit Dampen Thought. That does it. No, use the ability, use the ability. Now we can Fertile Ground here. And that should be infinite, right? So this taps for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that's infinite. And now we go petals, cast, splice this on that, this on that, this on you. Pay all this. So we have 14. Let's see how much we have next turn. I think it is lethal though. And we would like to put these on the bottom, yes. So we had 14. Cast petals, splice this here. Yep, okay, so it is infinite because we have the same mana we had last time. Sweet, I'll come back when we win. All right, we won. Opponent is very, very nice, so this is the standards. Asking if you want people to concede to infinite combos. Good person. Also, they're playing the Gobos, which I respect a lot. They just had a really like stumble in their draw round 3. But, all right, took it 3 for 3 in the friendlies. Let me know if you want to see me do a full league. It's a lot of clicking to go through. I don't know if I can do 5 rounds of that. Basically, the primary of this deck was to show you want to play this in paper. So, yeah. All right, so that is the deck. We did not drop a single match, but that was in friendlies. So if you want to see me do a full league, let me know. But mostly this is giving you ideas for good decks to play in paper. I think this build is actually very close to optimal. I could not come up with any other way that could win faster, but it's an average like turn 4 win without disruption, which is kind of nice. And Yeah, maybe the sideboard needs a little help, but basically, you know, these against counterspells. I don't know if I love this. I almost feel like Moment's Peace might be better, because if you're generating Storm to gain life, then you can just win, you know? So, yeah, I don't know. Moment's Peace is probably better. But yeah, see you guys real soon.